What's up, boys? My name is Patty Fatty Cake, and there's about 11 of you that might remember in my first video of this series, I was starting off working on a gear progression before the release of TOA. Well, it is Sunday right now when I'm recording this introduction, and got about three-ish, like 2 days and change before TOA releases. I'm in the States, so it's probably going to release. I haven't really looked at the time, but I'm guessing it's going to release sometime in UK time when I'm asleep. So yeah, like about 2 to 3 days to prepare for this. I've failed pretty miserably about making the amount of money that I was suggesting in the first few videos. Making 3 billion, or it was like 3.6 billion GP in a month and a half was maybe a little bit too lofty of a goal. I had just gotten a T-bow drop, and I thought, I can just like continue to make it rain T-bows, and it just hasn't happened. I've done about like 100 TOBs and probably 50 challenge modes since then, with like a Dex and an Arcane total in all of that, like 0 TOB purples. So it's pretty miserable out here. As far as my gear goes, I think I'm pretty set for like bare minimums. I would have really liked to have an Ellie and the Torva going into this. In my last video, I bought full Inquisitor for the Nightmare and Fasani's Nightmare. I think I'm just gonna keep that going into TOA. I know the Calphite Queen is weak to Crush, so maybe there's something in the raid that is also gonna be weak to Crush. Might as well keep it. It's always great for Dragon Warhammer specs, so keep that around. If it's not great there, can always sell it, keep around, whatever. Not really that big of a deal. As far as the cash stack we're working with at the start of this, I got 134 mil. There's going to be a few clips that I do have that I already got a few drops, but that's already factored into this. Been spending a ton of money on Scythe and Sang charges, so all these raids are really bleeding me dry, since I am probably like 130 raids dry combined at this point, not counting not counting like a 2 mil dex split or something like that. A little rough, but yeah, I'm going to get to it. I will show you the original gear upgrades that I was looking to make. I'm actually just going to keep those through TOA. I do want the full Torva, the Ellie, and maybe the Harm going forward. We'll see how TOA treats that. And hopefully we make a shitload of money at TOA and these upgrades aren't going to be that big of a deal. I think I'm going to chill out on getting TOA items for personal, like for keeping it for a while until the prices settle. I mean, if we get like a staff or a fang or something day one, that shit's getting chucked immediately into the Grand Exchange. Or probably if it's a staff, probably try to find somebody on Discord to buy it because it's gonna be well over max cash. But yeah, that's the plan for this video and moving forward with this series. Thank you for tuning in, and if you're not subscribed yet, I hope to earn your subscription today. But honestly, just hit the red button right now for me. Really hard to grow a channel, and I'm kind of just starting out here, so it is very much appreciated. Gonna briefly go over the goals for the gear progression on here. First up is Torva. It looks like prices have crashed pretty significantly since the last time I got this. Don't think I'll be able to make these by the start of TOA unless some miraculous RNG happens, but I'm gonna be starting with the legs and the body at the same time, so don't look like a scrub, and then following up with the helm sometime later. This was priority number one. Not sure how that's going to be after TOA. Got to just see how the new metas evolve. Next up, we got the Ellie. More of a nice to have, not really too necessary, but it's a badass shield, and if we do make a shitload of money, I would like to get one of these added ASAP. And last but not least, I did drop the Harmonized Staff off of this list, just not really too pressing anymore. We'll revisit that in the future. But yeah, last but not least is the Twisted Ancestral set. Basically like a month and a half ago, I got my first kit. Pretty spoon-fed, got it pretty early, but my half Twisted Ancestrals does make me very sad. So I would like to at least get one more of these kits, so I can get the top and the bottom looking fly. I love the third. Getting the hat to complete the set would be sick, but it's not as pressing as the top and bottom since the hat isn't used in all too many places. But this would just be dope. It's just a cosmetic, so it doesn't add all too much. But I really, really want it, all right? Cool. With all these goals out of the way, got about 3 more days to make like 2 billion GP. Not going to happen. Might happen, probably won't happen, but it'd be lovely. I'm just gonna see how much I can stack up. Honestly, probably just gonna see how much cash I can stack up. Don't think I'm gonna be buying any gear upgrades. It's gonna be nice to have a fat cash stack going into TOA in case there is some weird item that becomes meta. I can just be able to buy it, not have to like sell off a bunch of gear, eat the GE tax, and like whatever weird price fluctuations there's gonna be in the next week or two, because it's gonna be pretty nuts. And yeah, looks like my boy is actually ready for some CM, so let's go get some kits. Calling it, it's gonna be a multi-kit raid. Oh, holy shit, dude. Dude, fucking finally, guys. Quick little bit of background here. My buddy Red Rum, who taught me how to do the challenge modes for my first video there, I was actually like 160 dry on this, so very deserved. And also, I called it, so Peer the Seer, sit the fuck down. This is my turf now.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options, I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshing, we spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. What's poppin'? Brand new whip.
So it might look like I was getting lucky in those clips, but that was over the course of probably like a month, maybe like 3 weeks of raiding. I'm 75 challenge modes. I haven't gotten a purple in my name, and in those 75, I've only seen 2 other purples in other people's names. So that's pretty rough to have 2 points in that. If you haven't done them, like at minimum, you're getting like 80 to 90k points in a duo. And then if we were doing the 5-mans like we were, those are like 160 to 190,000 points. So like absurdly dry to the point of where I'm thinking I'm soft banned over there. So just I guess I gotta make with what I got now. So I'm just liquidating my bank really quick here to one, free up more room for probably all the stupid miscellaneous loot that we're going to be getting from TOA. But also, I was watching Bodie's most recent video, and he had a cool idea that I'm going to completely rip off here. And it's just to clear out an entire spot in the bank, a bank tab, a loot tab, and just have that completely empty and ready for TOA, and just fill that up with TOA loot. Probably not be selling off like all the little stuff immediately, but I will be quick dumping any uniques if I get any. But yeah, I'll see you once I sell all this shit off, and we can look at what I'm gonna get before, and what I'm gonna get to be ready for TOA. So I took a look through my subscriptions, and it seems like every single person who's ever had a RuneScape YouTube channel is doing this video right here. So naturally, I watched a few of them, and I'm going to steal as much as humanly possible from that. I was missing a few things here, but I have been buying most of the potions and all that stuff that I need. The only thing I think I'm going to still need here is some scales. So I don't know how many you can buy. I'm just going to buy like 15k of these. Okay, you can buy that many. I was trying to buy blood runes, and it only lets you buy 25,000 at a time, which is pretty rough. Oh shit, I can fill that thing all the way up. Cool, the SERP's full, and how much does the blowpipe hold? Cool, more than that, 70%. That's good enough. Hopefully you don't even use the blowpipe in there. But yeah, we got those full. I've mostly filled up the Sanguinesti and the Scythe, so those are ready to rock. Got my gear. Didn't make the gear upgrades that I really wanted to, but this should be pretty good. Got close to max and everything. Got the T-bow, the Scythe, blah, blah, blah. You know, like all the like the necessary type of stuff. As far as potions, I saw some videos with people with like 30,000 brews and like 15,000 restores. That's a little too rich for my blood, and also I don't think I'm gonna need that many just to start off with. I mean, you got 28 slots in the inventory. I think like 1,700 brews is good enough. If I need extra stuff, I can just take a quick jog over to the GE and get a little more of that action going. But all in all, as far as the account goes, I feel pretty ready. Got a decent cash stack in case there's like some weird niche item that becomes meta, like the ham joint or the swift blade for TOB, just like something completely unforeseen. So that's why I'm keeping that there, not really investing in any other gear. I would like to just be able to get whatever I want when it becomes more relevant, if it becomes more relevant, since we don't really know too much about any of the mechanics. Last but not least, make sure you do get a good night's rest. As of the filming of this, it is 5:44 Central Time where I'm at. TOA is released in less than 12 hours at this point, coming up super fast. Make sure that you are well hydrated. Your choice of water receptacle does matter quite a bit because it can double as a piss jug. You're really not going to want to leave in between raid sessions. Your teammates are probably going to drop your ass out of their team and find somebody better than you anyway. So you do want to give them every incentive to keep you going. My choice here is just the classic jug. One thing that you are going to want to look for, though, is the screw-on cap. There's a lot of these jugs that have like a pop-off cap. You don't want that. You could kick the jug on accident. You don't want a bunch of piss all over the floor because you're sure as shit not going to clean that up, and you're going to be smelling it for the next 6 days until the hype of this kind of dies down. You're looking for something with a little bit of a wider mouth. If you have something smaller with this, a lot harder to piss into. You might kind of like block the hole and get a little bit of spray back and piss all over yourself. And once again, you're not cleaning that, so you don't really want to deal with that at all. Another good choice, something along these lines. I picked this up. It actually does have the same mouth size as the jug without the handle. This is okay, a little flimsy, kind of shitty. Much prefer the handle for a little bit ease of use, can walk around with it, etc. But they used to sell one that was like this at 7-Elevens by me, much wider mouth. I think it was yeah, this is 1 gallon. The other one I was looking at was like 1.5, just absolutely massive. You're not gonna have to change that for like 6 or 7 days, most likely. And yeah, it had a little bit of a wider mouth, so definitely a little bit less spill potential with a screw-on cap. So really recommend that if you can run down to your local 7-Eleven. Not only will you be able to stay hydrated and be tick perfect the entire time while learning the TOA, but yeah, you won't lose ticks by having to go to the bathroom. So win-win.